Anyone for supper?
When I was a little girl, I used to go fishing and put a maggot on the end of my tongue so that when it went in the water, it wiggled.
Jackie is happy to do something most of us wouldn't, but this is what happens when she handles a worm.
Surprised how quickly you get pulled up. You're just suddenly getting smaller and smaller. Oh yeah! Oh.
Ryan Hackett is a thrill seeker, which makes his phobia particularly surprising.
Everybody that knows Ryan knows he's absolutely petrified of flying.
What is it that makes otherwise brave people terrified? What causes phobias?
Okay then, here we go now on my 1,507th trip on Megaphobia.
Ryan Hackett loves speed and danger. He rides his favourite roller coaster in Wales up to 40 times a week.
Hands up, here we go, over this first drop, and we're hanging here. Oh my god. Yeah, yes! 55 miles per hour! Oh, under the tree! Oh! Air time! Absolutely brilliant! Oh, wow! Woo!
He is totally bonkers.
Even time to say hello to the cows! Totally safe! This is brilliant!
What Ryan's friends find so difficult to understand is how somebody who spends every spare moment seeking thrills can be so terrified of planes.
Whatever plane he's on is going to crash, and that's his thought. You don't see anything else. I would imagine if turbulence ever hit a plane, Ryan would be looking to climb out of a window.
Well, into the brakes. What a fun fear ride that is. It's just mixed emotions between fun and fear. But you still would not get me on a plane because that is a totally different fear altogether.
This is the weirdest argument going. Roller coasters are still attached to the ground. No matter how high they are, they're still attached to the ground, which is one thing. And he says, if anything mechanically goes wrong with the roller coaster, it'll just roll to a stop. Planes were never meant to fly. They are metal, they sink. They just plummet to earth. If anything mechanically goes wrong with the plane, you will die. You will die.
Oh, hard lines, hard lines. Good save. Okay, it's 1-1, all right? Remember, one hand. It's important.
Ryan is a manager of a sports centre. He is calm in an accident. He's given people mouth to mouth. He's done CPR. He's saved people's lives. Now that is a calm, cool, collected head.
Everything all right? Yeah, all yours, pal. One kid down there, I think he's just finished their badge, okay?
You put him near an airplane and he shakes. He physically shakes.
Have fun.
Ryan knows his phobia is totally irrational, but he can't stop it preying on his mind.
Well, I've been having this reoccurring dream, well, a nightmare to me, really. It's always the same one where I'm actually going to die in a plane crash. The dream is always about a big passenger jet, and I'm sat in the seat, and all I can hear are these alarms going off, and I run to the pilot to see if I can help. I'm actually looking out through the front of the plane. Even talking about it, my mouth goes all dry, you know, my hands start to shake. I mean, they're actually starting to shake a little bit now, and like I said, the daftest thing about it is I actually do survive the plane crash.
Ryan has no idea why his dream has such a devastating effect on him, but it's really beginning to get him down. Jackie Hickling's phobia is far more life-restricting. Her fear of worms means she's increasingly reluctant to go outside. Her family find her phobia impossible to understand.
They can't really hurt you. Normal animals, like bits of spaghetti.
Well, it's daft. I'm not scared of spiders, snakes, anything. I mean, I'm quite logical. I know they're not going to hurt me. I know they're not going to jump and strangle me or poison me or anything.
Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Think I'll go and eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones, tall, thin, skinny ones. See how they squiggle and squirm.
When it rains, she never goes out and gets the washing. She always tells Dad to do it. She never goes outside until all the ground's dry.
Jackie knows that when it rains, the worms come out.
I think it's stupid. There's nothing to be scared of. She's only ever seen me once playing football, and that was when it was really, really dry and there was no mud at all and it hadn't rained for like a month. When the team wins, like they all go to a victory dinner at McDonald's, but I never go because my mum doesn't come.
You think to yourself, well, if I go and then if I see one, I'll be all right, you know. But you're not, because you don't understand what's happening in it. You see one and that's it, everything goes out the window. Whether you've got children, whether you're near a main road, whether you're near water, it just all goes out the window.
What I'd like to do is to start off showing you just a piece of paper with
Jackie has agreed to be wired up to a heart monitor to see what happens when she sees a worm. Her normal heart rate is around 80 beats per minute. Because she's recently suffered from a stroke, she will only be exposed very gradually. Just seeing the word worm makes her heart beat faster.
Does it bring some images into your mind?
Yeah, don't like them, but still.
Jackie giggles as a way of deflecting fear.
Oh, it's a real one. No, I didn't see that one at the top before.
But her heartbeat tells the true story. It's almost doubled. As her fear mounts, she starts to sweat. Using a thermographic camera, which measures heat, we see this happen. To begin with, her face and her scalp are glowing red. She's anxious, but in control. But after seeing the worm, there's a dramatic change. Her skin, particularly on the scalp, becomes white hot. The pupils of her eyes have also enlarged, become dilated, terrified. Jackie has just had a typical fear reaction. Her symptoms are the result of a rush of adrenaline. It makes her feel terrible. It makes her panic.
Absolutely brilliant! Here we go, 55-degree angle bend! Oh, yeah!
Ryan is also having an adrenaline rush. His heart rate's just doubled, his hands are sweating. But when he's on a roller coaster, he finds these sensations pleasurable.
Onto the floating hill! Now we come to some major airtime!
When he thinks about getting on a plane, he has a similar adrenaline rush. But this he calls panic.
There's 2 engines and 1 fails. It can still fly on 1.
The thought of 8-9 hours on a bloody big jumbo jet is absolutely terrifying me.
Don't forget on that.
Ryan's friends are about to go on a roller coaster holiday. But it's to America. And the pressure's on to fly with them.
That is what it's all about. That is my life's ambition. That is Shivering Timbers. This thing stretches for way over a mile. These are what you call camel humps. It is just fantastic. And because there's not so many bends on it, it maintains the speed, you see. So you're not losing your speed on your lateral Gs. So it's just a fantastic coaster.
Oh yeah, he's a sad, sad man.
It's got 3 drops, twice that height, and it is absolutely ginormous. But the only thing stopping me getting on that is actually getting on an aeroplane. I will not fly across the Atlantic. Absolutely terrified. And that's all that's between me and my life's ambition. The Shivering Timbers. Enormous coaster, and it's made of wood. If only.
Ryan should be easy to cure. When he feels safe, he enjoys the rush of adrenaline. If only he could be persuaded to react this way when he gets on a plane. Flying the Atlantic is also an impossible dream for Diane Lindblad.
My sister wrote me this sort of heartbreaking letter in which she said, I don't think you're ever going to come home again, and that makes me very sad. You know, and I thought, my God, it's gone this far that they think that I wouldn't be able to get on an airplane and go home.
Diane, who lives in Northern Ireland, would dearly love to go home to Seattle to see her family, but she's terrified of flying. To go by ship is too long and too expensive. Ironically, Diane's father worked as an engineer for Boeing for many years.
Kind of things I discuss with him is the sort of morbid fascination I've developed about flying. I've gotten into studying aircraft and accidents and safety issues about flying, and I've become quite fascinated, and he is too, actually. I should actually show you. He sent me these fire hoods that you can wear when you fly in case of an accident.
2 ears?
Yeah, it hurts your ears too, doesn't it? Yeah. But I don't like going up or down or anything.
Diane is now so desperate to go home, she's booked herself on a fear of flying course.
I thought about getting out of it a number of times, but I don't know. We'll see.
The nearest course is in Manchester, and she's in Northern Ireland. Her first problem is to get there without flying.
I got the train this morning at 11, and I'm going to Dublin. And from Dublin I have to get the ferry to Holyhead. Then from Holyhead I have to get to Manchester, and that's going to be another 4 hours. So it'll probably be about 8 to 10 hours. And that's a considerable journey compared to, 50 minutes flying time from Belfast to Manchester.
Also in Manchester, Jackie has decided at last to do something about her worm phobia.
Well, I'm going for treatment for today.
What's a treatment?
To see a man who's going to try and help me get over me being scared of them things that are out there. Don't you dare. Dad, shut up.
Jackie is about to see a leading clinical psychologist.
I've had a stroke, and after I had the stroke, then it got like uncontrollable. I don't know what's caused it, so I don't see how you can, or I don't know how you can start treating a problem that you don't know how it's been caused. It gets bigger when I look at it. I just don't like a lot of this.
Professor Paul Salkowskis thinks Jackie does know why she's so terrified of worms.
Look, you're not responding to what's going on here and now. What you're responding to is your worst fears, and your worst fear is a lot scarier than this.
He tries to get her to talk about the image she sees whenever she looks at even a picture of a worm.
Your worst fears are the kind of thing that would scare
Yeah, but that makes me,
That makes you think of it, okay. And
no,
what's coming to mind at the moment?
I can just see them.
You see, with them, there's only one here. What's them?
Yeah, but it brings more up.
Ah.
The saddle, the flat bit, the pointy bit, the dark bit, the light bit, all wiggling.
And where are they wiggling?
I don't know, and I don't want to, I don't...
What's the whole image? Is there something you're not telling me?
No, it's not.
Jackie,
Paul is persistent, and 45 minutes later...
No,
Jackie, is there something you're not telling me?
No,
Jackie confesses to something she's never told anyone before.
I've got long hair like I had when I was little. Got a white outfit on. Lay in this box. It's got blue satin all round it. There's about an inch or so of water in the bottom. And they're all coming through the top. They're falling on me and then squirming in the water. And I try and I shout and I can't get out. And I can't open my mouth because it won't open my mouth. And I can't open my eyes because my eyes are full. You can feel them all in water. And you can't, the sides won't go. You try pressing and then they come through there. It's not nice.
What would you be prepared to...
Paul is convinced he can free Jackie of her phobia.
How far are you prepared to go on this one?
I want to be sorted.
Whatever it means.
Depends what you're thinking of. Yeah, whatever it means.
Every time Jackie sees a worm, she also sees a horrific image. This causes a powerful bodily reaction, a panic attack. To break the link, she will have to confront worms and not run away.
I tell you what,
And
if the plane does crash,
it's not going to be a problem.
can I have the Mini?
No, you can't have that. You cannot have that car. No way.
Ryan has also decided that the only way to overcome his phobia is to confront it. Tomorrow, he's planning to go up in a plane. His friends are as sympathetic as ever.
You're going to sit on the black box, because they always find that. Well, it's true. It's true.
I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning, feeling very anxious. Wow, you know, I'm going to be up in the air today on a light aircraft. What if something falls off? What if the door isn't locked properly? What if the wheels don't lock? I'm always thinking of the very worst scenario.
Like this. See there?
All right.
I'll check for the connections as well. You do that every flight. If you look up in here, you can see I check these connections. I'll walk my way around the wings. The wings thing you have a thing about, don't you? You check.
Yes. Yeah, I have, yeah.
Jane's a local pilot who's agreed to take Ryan up.
Come on down, and I also run my hand along it. How do you feel about the way it looks and the wings?
God, it does rock, doesn't it?
His morbid fascination with the wing sends his anxiety soaring. At a hotel near Manchester Airport, and Diane has also had a sleepless night.
Hopefully it will be reassuring talking to the pilot and just talking to other people if I get a chance to. I'm not looking forward to the flight. I haven't slept well for 2 nights now, so I'm very emotional and very tired. But I look forward to just sort of getting on the plane and going through it.
The wings are the shock absorbers. Right? And we build them to be flexible, to act like shock absorbers, because if they weren't, it would be jolly, jolly uncomfortable.
But the size of the wing will make that wing lift, and we can lift 400 tons.
In a short while, Diane and 50 other flying phobics are expected to get on a plane for a test flight.
We hear such a lot about passengers getting out of control these days, like one trying to kick a door open the other day. What's the feasibility of being able to do something like that?
You cannot open the doors when the aircraft is pressurized. So even if somebody goes completely round the bend, there's no other way they can stand up and open the door at 30,000 feet over the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
The pilots are trying to persuade them they have nothing to fear, but not everyone is convinced.
But this technology is absolutely wonderful. Should there be
any problem,
they've got enough control using the other controls to overcome it.
Okay. It's been very hard just getting here, but I think I'll go through with it today.
How are your hands? How's your heart? Do you feel sweaty? Or?
Yeah, I can feel my pulse obviously a little bit quicker than normal, like. I just think it's the anxiety. It's thinking, wow, I'm actually going to, you know, be up in one of these things. And, yeah.
You can see the controls, the propellers there.
Oh yeah, you were right about the wing though. You can see
you're
everything.
right next to the wing. You can see it.
Yeah.
Ryan's plane eventually takes off, but he's not on it. At the last moment, his anxiety was just too great. Diane is also experiencing mounting anxiety.
Oh, everybody's doing fine. It's great. It's great.
So just remain calm, remember the exercises. In the meantime, will the cabin crew please place all doors to automatic and cross-check?
Now's the time to do all the things we've been talking about this afternoon, yeah? First thing is breathing, yeah?
Being surrounded by other frightened passengers isn't helping Diane. The prospect of flight is too much for one terrified phobic flyer. The plane is stopped to let him off.
Everything looks good. Check's complete, so here comes the engine power.
No, that's reduction in power. We're stopping it.
In spite of the knowledge and all the preparation, Diane is swamped by her emotions.
Just a little bit of cloud now.
Turbulence around.
When we were taking off, I kept saying, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to move through this again. But I can't take that attitude. I just know that it'll just be self-defeating. So I have to just make it through this.
So we're configuring the aircraft ready.
After flying around for half an hour, it's time to land. But half an hour is not long enough for Diane to overcome her phobia.
Get back on an aeroplane soon. Go to Paris for lunch tomorrow.
Thank you.
No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. You've been marvellous.
I hope so.
Yeah, you've been marvellous.
My first instinct is to just say I don't want to get on another plane. So I think I'm just going to have to keep fighting that. So I don't feel like it's a small victory, but it's not done yet. I still have work to do.
Not too short now, Sue.
Oh, behave yourself. Anybody think I'd never cut hair before?
Daisy.
Thursday.
So how many weeks to go?
3 weeks to go then, and away we go.
Ryan has booked his flight to America. He's putting all his faith in a one-session phobia cure, and he's hoping that his £500 air ticket won't go to waste.
Feel those sounds as they adjust, balance and harmonise the body. Just let them flow over, just washing over you and taking you deeper.
He's gone to see hypnotherapist Rosemary Hussey.
Float on those sounds, be that sound.
First impressions are, oh my God, what have I got myself into? And you're thinking, all the gongs and cymbals, I'm thinking, you know, am I end up going to doing a rain dance here or something?
Just float on those waves of sound. Okay, Ryan, just float back through the mists of time. So we're going to just stop Just there.
The first thing Rosemary does is regress Ryan back to his childhood, to the first time he remembers being really frightened.
Are you inside or outside?
Outside.
What's happening at the same time?
We're all down the woods,
Right.
climbing trees.
Are they all climbing trees?
Yes,
And who's climbing the highest?
me. I'm the best.
So how high are you going to climb today?
Oh, top.
Okay.
It's good but dangerous.
Okay. Why?
Branches are getting thinner.
Are you feeling frightened inside?
Yes, I am frightened, but I don't want to show it.
That's fair enough.
I missed the last branch. I'm on the ground, but I'm all right.
Right.
I'm all right.
And what are your friends saying?
Laughing and joking.
So how are you reacting to that?
I'm all right, but thinking, I'll go along with it. It was a good laugh. One of the boys now.
This memory of losing control seems to be related in Ryan's mind with a moment of intense anxiety. But even if his phobia is about losing control, why is it he only experiences fear on planes? Rosemary probes further.
Ask your subconscious to take you back to the first time you thought about a plane crash.
All I can think of is that a program Twilight Zone with the thing on the wing, the gremlin or whatever. I'm watching it in bed.
All right.
On the telly. It's late. I'm actually getting quite involved in. I'm just laying in the bed thinking, it's only a program, but
You're feeling part of
I'm
it?
feeling. That's why I gotta make sure he's not on my wing.
Right.
He could be on the other one.
All right. Just watch it as though you're watching it on television. Don't go through all the emotions again. You've already been there. Is it the same feeling as you had when you were climbing that tree?
Yes. If I fall, there's nothing to stop me.
It's the same as a tree, but worse.
Yes. Much worse.
Okay.
Finally, Rosemary gets Ryan to relive what he feels when he's on a roller coaster.
Coming out your seat, it's brilliant. Banking to the left and to the right. Steep drops.
Great.
Oh, this is great. Steep. Wow, steeper the better.
Now, can you feel all those energies?
Yeah.
You know that when you're in control, you can do anything you want to. Every time you get on a plane, you're going to feel all that buzz of waiting for the roller coaster to go.
And she tries to make him imagine having similar emotions on a plane.
Let's drink the water to help you to ground, because you'll feel a little bit floaty at the moment.
I do. I feel like I've had about 20 pints of beer. Wow, everything was so vivid.
Rosemary has tried to cure Ryan by tapping into his subconscious mind. This may or may not work. When a phobic sees the object of their terror, their immediate reaction is to panic and run away. Fear triggers the primitive part of the brain called the amygdala. This leads to the release of adrenaline. The standard way to break this link is to expose yourself again and again to the thing you fear. At home, Jackie is also preparing for an encounter with her worst nightmare.
Just try.
I can't look at it.
Nothing's bumpy or
I know
anything.
that. I can't look at it yet, let alone touch it. Oh.
Don't feel any different.
Don't keep touching it.
Okay then.
Jackie is practicing touching photos of worms because she knows tomorrow morning she's going to have to touch a real one.
Is that like it's going to jump out and eat you?
I'm going to have to build this up.
If you get used to looking at it, then you'll be alright.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Sigmund Freud.
Jackie now knows why she's afraid of worms, but it hasn't helped.
This here is the bane of your life, okay? What you've got to do is you've got to confront it. Okay, so it's going on the ground between us. Okay. Are you getting that image right now? Okay. That image is a lot worse than what's actually here, okay? Which means that you need to see what's actually here.
Paul Salkovskis believes that the only way Jackie will overcome her phobia is if she can convince her body, as well as her mind, that worms are nothing to be afraid of.
Out of 100, where you say your anxiety is right now?
I'm 99.
Okay.
Her anxiety will come down, but it will mean being brave.
The next thing is to put your finger...
No, no.
Hold it, I haven't finished. Jackie, give me a chance to finish.
Her anxiety has dropped, and Paul has moved the worm closer.
Is there something dirty in there?
Well, no, they're supposed to be quite clean, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's
So,
just
well, let's just be clear about this. Okay, let me just rub my fingers here. Okay, and then I'm going to...
Oh, don't. No, you dirty beggar. Oh. Oh.
But look, Jackie, I'm prepared to do that to help you, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that to help you, to show you that there's nothing there to be worried about. Okay? You can go from my hand to your hand. When you're ready, you just do it. As far as he's concerned, he's on a big flat table. That's it. Oh, I've got him. I've got him.
I don't like this. I
know you don't.
It's...
That's good. Okay. Keep it going. No, just keep going. Keep going. Keep watching it though. Keep watching it. He's moving from yours to mine. Do you want me to take him off, or are you all right still? I take it you're all right. Keep with it.
Oh God!
Keep with it. Right. Okay. He's off. That's fine. Keep it going. Calm.
I can't go. Look.
What's it out of 100 now? Made me jump out my skin there. What was it out of 100 just before that?
Oh, about 60.
About 60, okay.
Oh, look, he's jumping. I don't want it.
Oh, dear me. Stay with it, Jackie. Stay with it.
Oh, stop. You're doing that on purpose. Stop making it whittle.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Jumping bloody worm.
It's still controlling you, you're not controlling it yet. This is a moment I would like you to have in your mind. You've got a worm in your hand. In fact, it's been on there for a long time now.
Phobias can be cured.
I'm pleased with myself.
You should be good.
But deliberately exposing yourself to terror for hours on end can be very hard.
Actually, I'm doing extreme.
Finally, Paul wants to try Jackie in a real situation.
Two things. First, don't look down.
Well, hurry up.
Right. Second thing, let your skirt go.
No.
Do you want over this problem or do you not want over this problem?
I want to get over, but I'm not putting my
Right.
skirt down.
Why
That's
not?
not going to get me over the problem.
Yes,
Because
it
then
is.
I can't see where they are.
I don't want you to see where they
I
are.
do.
Are you spotting again the same pattern? Anxiety goes up, you discover nothing happens.
Right.
You discover that you can hack it.
Yes.
No, you have done it. No, you have.
I have. I've done well. I never thought I'd be stood here amidst them all. Never mind holding them.
How's things then, Jane?
Hi, Ryan.
Ryan's going to test the success of his hypnotherapy.
You brought the weather with you.
Oh yeah, excellent.
Quite amazing. You couldn't get a better day.
Just the thought of the flight brings on the usual symptoms. So how will Ryan react to them this morning?
I got the same sort of excitement now,
Yes.
thinking about getting on that.
Brilliant.
It's the same sort of adrenaline I got now as if I was getting on a roller coaster. You know, I can't wait to get up. Just before we get in, though, I just want to stop by the door for a couple of seconds, just to, you know, close my eyes, do a couple of like breathing exercises, and
Is this what you taught
yeah,
yesterday?
and think about what I was told yesterday, and
Do you want to come over and
away we go.
and do that then? And when you're ready, I'll sit you in.
Okay.
Put your belt on.
Yeah. Oh wow, can't believe it. Okie dokie.
Routine.
But can Ryan really conquer a fear he's had for so long?
Safety. Yes, now. Right, the first thing is your belt.
He's been inside this cockpit before.
Yeah, that's not nerves, that's the plane vibrating. Look at that. I can't believe it.
You set the compass. Feel alright?
I feel fine.
Good.
Let's go. Oh.
Let's go. I like to get a good speed before we take off. We take off normally, we rotate at about, I like to do it at 17 knots. Okay.
Wow.
Woo! You have done it!
Oh my god.
I have. How do you feel?
Absolutely incredible.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh wow, what a rush.
I'm just going to say some things on the radio, okay?
Okay.
Got something like departing to...
For the first time in her life, Jackie is now able to watch her daughter play football. She's not cured, but she's better.
I'm not the mad gibbering fool I used to be. If I see one now, I freeze and I wait for it to wiggle away and then I carry on with what I'm doing. I don't run off screaming now.
Although she managed the short flight back to Belfast, Diana's still not flown home to see her family. She remains in Northern Ireland. Ryan did cross the Atlantic and at last realised his life ambition.
I was going to come all the way. I should have been in 20 years ago. Oh, top coaster. That number one.
There's one.
Next week on Phobias, why some treatments work
No, 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 no.
and others fail.
Oh no.
Living life to the full, from making records to breaking records. A look at the Branson years in 20 minutes on the new factual channel for digital viewers, BBC Knowledge. Here on BBC One, stand by for 5 and Cleopatra. The National Lottery UK 2000 is next.